at the speed of time. Don't let me crash down tonight. I just wanna feel what I feel, what I feel when it's just you and me. I'm falling on my knees just to see if I can still bleed. 'Cause with you I'm superhuman.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another makeup tutorial for you guys. This week I reviewed this makeup palette for you guys. This is in collaboration with Colourpop and Iluvsarahii. I showed you guys both palettes. I've done swatches of both of them. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you subscribe because I upload on my channel twice a week. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, please keep watching. Alright guys, so I've got my foundation on and my eyebrows on. I have got separate videos of this on my channel because my tutorials end up being so long if I include it all into one. So if you want to see how I created a flawless base and Instagram ombre eyebrows, go on my channel and I've got videos all on them explaining step by step primers, foundations for different skin types and blah 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 blah. So for today's video we're going to be using the brand new collection from Colourpop in collaboration with Iluvsarahii. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but her name's Karen and she's absolutely beautiful. If you're not following her on Snapchat and Instagram, you need to because she's just so stunning and she just seems like such a nice person. She brought out 2 eyeshadow palettes and 3 lip products as well as the matching lip liners to them. So today we're going to be focusing more on the eyes because in the last video I used her lip gloss. So if you haven't checked out the last video, it's going to play at the end after this one. So I'm just going to quickly show you 2 of them. One is called Cheeky and one is called Saucy with a dollar sign. Yes, ching ching in the membrane. Is that even a song? I don't even know. So let's open up Saucy first. So this is what the packaging kind of looks like, and then inside here we've got the palette. So I've actually never tried Colourpop's pressed eyeshadow before. I do love the 4 shades in here, but I feel like there's just so much packaging for 4 little eyeshadows, you know. Look at all this extra space and look how thick the palette is. Like, these eyeshadows are like so thin. I don't know why we need such bulky packaging, you know. That's like a little pet peeve of mine that happens all the time with eyeshadow palettes when brands create all this extra faff. I would much prefer it if it's nice and slimline. You can put it in your makeup bag when you're traveling. Like, this is just going to take up so much space. But for the actual colours, this is so pretty. This is definitely up my street. I think I'm going to create a look with these colours today. So this one is like more of a purpley palette. So these are the 4 shades that come inside the palette. The mattes feel really soft and silky. I like this colour combination. I think you can create a really pretty look with this. Okay, and let's swatch it right here. Ooh, I like it. It feels really soft and the matte eyeshadows are actually really pigmented. They don't look chalky at all. So this is the next eyeshadow palette. It's a lot more neutral. I think this would be really pretty for like prom makeup looks or if you just want like a good everyday kind of eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I'm going to swatch on the other hand now. Okay, and that is what the eyeshadows look like. Oh my god, my nails are growing out so bad underneath, guys. I need to get a new set. But these actually feel super nice and silky. Okay, other hand. This is what the eyeshadows look like. I'm so sorry for the bad swatches, but this, ooh, this colour is fire. And it's got like a really dark brown and like a colour that looks like Swiss chocolate from MAC. The only thing is, I personally find when I get like matte nudie colours like this, I don't use them for anything. What do people use this for? We're going to be using this eyeshadow palette today called Saucy, and we're going to do like a purpley makeup look. So let's get started with the tutorial. Okay guys, so I want this eyeshadow to be super pigmented, and just like any other eyeshadow, I would always use an eyeshadow base. So you can of course go straight in with the eyeshadows on here, but I always feel like for any eyeshadow, no matter how the quality is, you always need like a base to go underneath to make sure it doesn't crease, to make sure the colour goes on as pigmented as possible. I'm going to go in with this Charlotte Tilbury Colour Chameleon in Bronze Garnet. This is more like a purpley brown. It does look purple, right? I don't know why it says it's bronze. So I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. I'm going to leave the outer corners plain, so when I put my matte colour there, it's going to go on nicely. I'm just using my ring finger and I'm patting the edges so that there's no harsh lines. Nobody want no lines, girl! Make sure you use a wipe to take off that ring finger before you end up imprinting it on your forehead. Okay, I'm going to use a Diego Della Palma number 12 brush, just a flat shaded brush. I think this shade is called Lit. Yes, you are lit, girl. Make sure you tap this off, guys, because it's super pigmented. You don't want it to drop everywhere. Watch out! It is so pigmented. It's a lot brighter than what it looks like on the actual palette when you put it on your eyes. It's a lot more vibrant. Yes, Karen, yeah! So I'm going to put it all over my eyelid, and then I just use the edge of my brush and I just wipe it off on my pyjama pants. And I use the edge to really brush it out so it has that fade. So I'm using it more like vertically So I'm using the edge of it to brush it out. If you lay it on flat, it's going to put on the eyeshadow, but when you want to blend it out, you use it straight like this, and it uses the edges to buff it out. The only thing, when you start to buff it out, it starts to go less metallic, so you need to make sure you go back in and pack more on. I'm just going to take my MAC 224 and dip it in that same eyeshadow, the lit eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go over with a fluffier brush to blend out the edges to make it really fluffy at the top. You know, it's hard because I normally put matte here, but this eyeshadow, when you actually blend it out, it does actually look quite matte. It has that pinky kind of shade up here. So I just always go back and forth between two brushes, flat shader and the blending one. So I'm going to go into the crease now and start creating some depth inside that creation now. Start to smop that baby out. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup Addiction soft crease brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's called Reezy. This shade is super pigmented. I can see the product just like sitting on top of the brush. Make sure I tap that bit off, and then just on the outer corners, it's just going to go right inside the crease. I really like it because it's almost like a dark burgundy purpley black. A colour similar to it would be like Deep Damson by MAC mixed with a bit of Shadowy Lady. So if you like that colour combination, you'll love this shade. I think out of the two palettes, I prefer this one because everyone always goes for just the normal neutral shades. It's quite nice to see like a bit of colour. You guys know me, I love me a bit of colour. I always tap. Tapping is your friend, guys. So every single time I pick up more eyeshadow, I tap and then go back into the same crease shade, and then it starts to build up the depth and intensity here, and then I go back and forth and I wiggle these two shades together, so when they blend into one another, it's gonna fade nice and smoothly. And I think out here we're gonna put another eyeshadow, so don't worry too much. It's mainly just getting the darker colour right inside this crease here, and then we're gonna blend it out with another colour. I'm starting to bring it into the crease more as well. Wow, that colour is so intense. Look at that. Whoa! Getting excited. These Colourpop eyeshadows, they've done such a good formula with these. Okay, now that I've just done both eyes, I feel like the line of harshness is coming, girl. I'm like, Jesus, this line is getting harsh. So I'm going to start to blend out now with this shade right here. I have such a hard time, right? Because this is like flipped. I'm like, I can't read the shades. I don't know what it is. With my MAC 224 brush that I used a bit earlier. And then now I'm just going to start to blend this right outside, right on top of that dark purple shade. And this is going to be my transition colour. Normally I do my transition colour first, but this time I'm gonna have to blend out the harsh line. This is why I normally do my transition colour first, guys, because now it's gonna be really hard to blend out this harsh line. I'm gonna be here even longer. I keep getting so much fallout. Whenever I get fallout, I just literally use like a big fluffy brush for powder and I just sweep it off. Because this line is a lot harsher than I expected it to be, I'm gonna blend this shade with this shade here, because sometimes you need to add a bit of that darker shade inside your transition colour so that it blends up really nicely. There's not like two colours trying to blend together. If it's already blended on the brush, it'll blend a lot easier on your eyes. A lot of people find it really hard to blend, but all you literally do is just like sit there patiently and just wiggle your brush around. That's literally all you do, guys. Just literally wiggle the brush back and forth. There's no rhyme or reason. Circular motions back and forth. You know, make your hand work, girl. Okay, now that I blended it on both eyes, that took me a while, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Now it's time for the Marc Jacobs Highliner in Plumage. I'm going to use it for my bottom lash line. I like these because you don't have to sharpen it. You just twist the bottom. Like, genius, genius. Like, who's got time to sharpen these days? So underneath my eyes, I'm going to use my pinky finger and pull down. And this is going to go right inside my waterline. I'm making it extra dark and smoky here. So I'm just running it along the outer corners of my lash line as well as inside my tight line. Okay, and just quickly before this sets, you want to make sure you blend this sucker out. I'm just going to use my finger to do this, because it's gonna set and I can't find a brush quick enough. When eyeliner sets and you want to blend it out, it's a freaking pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm going to use my flat shaded brush that I used earlier for this lid shade, and it's going to go underneath my lash line as well. So we're basically going to repeat the same on the top, on the bottom as well. So you're going to go fade into the light metallic shade, into the darker shade. Okay, back in with the darker shade, and then just underneath my lash line on the outer corners, I just imprint it on there to make it the most darkest and intense on the outer corners. Okay, guys, so for some reason this eye is like completely red and like, I don't know, it's going crazy. This eye's okay. It doesn't feel any different, but when I look at it, I'm like, god damn, I look like a monster, girl. Look at this. Anyways, the show must go on, pink eye or not. So I'm gonna go in with a small MAC brush. It's the MAC 228 brush, any brush that's a bit smaller, and we're gonna go in with this pinky color here. I think it's called Heavy Glam. Tap it off, and then this is going to go on the inner corners as like a little pop of pink. So I'm going to put it mainly on inner corners and then pat it around so that it's kind of like dispersed out. I feel like to put glitter on this look, but I know you guys are going to kill me because I always use glitter. Okay guys, I just put on a bit of mascara. I'm going to stick on some lashes. The lashes I'm going to use from Rocky Lashes and in the style 131013. They are 100% cruelty free. So if you're looking for nice fluffy lashes that really show off eyeshadow looks but you want it to be cruelty free, definitely look at Rocky Lashes. I'll put the links down below. These lashes are so nice and full. I didn't put on any eyeliner or anything like that because I want this lip to be really nice and smoky all the way around, you know. So time to go on to the lips. So in the post the other day, I received this cute little package from Lime Crime. Oh my god, it's like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's called MILF, I think, but it's got like a $sign as the eye. This is so cool. It looks like cigarette packaging and it says on the side, warning, may cause increased confidence. It has a lot of nudie shades inside this packet, so it looks really, really cool. It comes with the shade MILF, Stacey's Mom, Cougar and Low Cut. Maybe I'll swatch them for you guys. This is MILF. That's a nice colour. I might use that one today. Cougar, Stacey's Mom, and then this was Low Cut. So I'm going to go in with the shade MILF. So this is what the shade looks like on the lips. It's like a nice pinky, nudie, neutral colour, but I feel like I need a bit of gloss because my lips are really, really dry. So I'm going to go in with a Huda Beauty lip strobe, and this is in the shade called Snobby. Oh god, this shade is so pretty. It goes on top of a liquid lips. It's so nice and creamy and smooth. If you guys don't actually like lip gloss, you can also use a tissue and blot it off, and it still leaves that really nice sheen. Alright guys, so that's it for this makeup tutorial. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my review for the Colourpop and Iluvsarahii collection. I love these purple shades, so if you guys need some kind of like purple tones inside of your palette, these are actually magnetic, so you can take them out and put them into your Z palette as well. If you guys want to see a tutorial on the other eyeshadow palette from Colourpop and Iluvsarahii, please comment down below, give me a thumbs up for this tutorial. Please make sure you have subscribed before you leave, and make sure you follow me on all my other social media platforms. It's just X2Willy on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, enjoy the bloopers. Done, diddy done, time to pose. Yeah. Vogue. Can you pause it? Fucking ass, I wasn't even behind the camera. My window's open right now and the wind is like, my dog's barking. Okay guys, Grant just entered the room.
What are you filming?
Filming a tutorial.
Duh! What with? Right, let me just get these stupid packages out of the way.
Oh my god, I'm like so sniffly for my allergy. I feel like I need to sneeze. Whoa! It came.
Can you quickly grab me a notepad please and pen?
Now disturb me one more time, I'll slit your balls. Look at all these eyeliners I have and I can't find a freaking shade that I want. Ugh! Focus! Oh my god! Okay. Oh, phone should be inside it. Oh. Oh my god, I just smashed my neck. Oh.
Sound painful, mate.
Oh my god. I should practice before I speak, right?
Should I hold up the noteboard for you?
Yes. Let me read the teleprompter.